and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. My name is Salva, and last week I took a trip to Paris, France. So today I thought I'd do something different and do a Paris 2018 trip haul. Is that cool? It's cool? Let's go! I was debating whether or not to do this because I was like, you are a book channel, you do book reviews and you recommend books. Why are you going to do a haul on things you found in Paris? In the end I was like, guys, it's Paris. What the heck, let's do it. So, let it not be said that I went to Paris and did not do a haul, but I also got books. So don't worry, we're still technically a book channel. So we're only doing jewelry, homeware, and books. We got this, guys. We went to this store called And Other Stories, which I guess is also owned by H&M. I wasn't gonna get it. It kept staring at me because look, it's a pineapple. I love pineapples. I think pineapple does go on pizza. Fight me. We went into this store called Hema, which I guess was like the Dutch answer to Muji, and I was at that time really tired and I was like, I don't want to shop anymore, but then I saw these rings and I was like, maybe I'll shop a little more. And then so I got this ring. I'm really like, I guess, into jewelry that looks like it could have been from another century. And then the last few bits of jewelry I got were from antique stores, and they were just like random no-name places where you duck in and there's like an old lady there sitting by herself and there's nobody else in the store and you try on everything and she lets you take your time. But I got this pendant. It's a sun and a moon. I'm super obsessed with the whole sun and the moon symbols and the stars. If I ever got a tattoo, it would be of this because I'm basic like that. I also got this pendant. This kind of reminds me of the paintings of the North Wind. It's an old dude with hair flowing in the wind. I always like jewelry that, you know, you find in movies like, oh, underneath the rubble of the mansion, I found a secret pendant. Like, that's the kind of jewelry that attracts me. And the last pendant I got was this. This pendant probably would be my favorite because it's got a purple stone, and purple is my favorite color. One of the biggest regrets of my life is that I wasn't born in February so I could have an amethyst birthstone. So instead I try to live vicariously through little purple stones I get. But what makes this really cool and special for me is that boop, it opens up. I think these were probably my favorite purchases out of all the jewelry. So the first one I got is this ring. There's a teeny tiny ruby in the middle. Ruby is my birthstone, which I've learned to live with. Small confession, I chose this style because it looks like Bella's wedding ring from Twilight. I used to be the biggest Twilight hater in high school. I'm sorry, but I was super against it. But that last movie, I was like, dang it, my feminine side is coming through and I want a pretty wedding in the woods and go on a honeymoon on a private island and have a nice ring. It's too tiny to be on anything other than my pinky right now, but the girl at the store says that you can resize it, so that is exactly what I will do. The last thing I got was actually a gift for my mom, but if you are a daughter with a mom, you know that gifts for your mom are really gifts for yourself because you borrow things. I got something for her birthstone, which is an emerald. I think they look fancy. I think they look very her. She's worn it with her hair up and I think it looks really good on her. Mostly they're hers. Sometimes they're mine. And that concludes the jewelry part of this video. And now let's talk about something I'm actually really comfortable talking about. Books! I went by myself to Shakespeare & Company and I did get 2 books from there. The first book I got was The Race to Save the Romanovs, The Truth Behind the Secret Plans to Rescue Russia's Imperial Family by Helen Rappaport. I really love this design. I think this is one of the prettiest books I'm ever gonna own. And I love the Romanovs. They're my favorite royal family. Every time I read about them, there's a part of me that hopes maybe this time I'll read about them, they'll be saved. They never are. I'm kind of afraid to start reading this, especially if this is about their last days. That's just gonna bum me out, man. That being said, I mean, I can't resist this pretty cover. Look at this pretty cover. And of course, anything to help add to my growing Romanov collection. The next book I got was Empress by Ruby Lal. This is a biography of Noor Jahan, and the tagline goes, 4 centuries ago, a Muslim woman ruled an empire. And I've been trying to read a lot more Eastern history because I feel like I've been drowning myself in Western history and European history. The last book I got, it's not even for me, but I got a French edition of a DC Batman detective pew 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 comic. This is a Pasalubong. I didn't give it away because I was like, yo, this needs to be in my haul first because it's the only French book I actually bought. I do love hoarding notebooks. They don't go to waste. I do keep journals. I've been keeping journals since I was 10. So I got Pretty Red with a lock and Pretty Purple with no lock. But they're both equally pretty, I think. I do love my journals. Another book thing. I didn't get to go to the Moulin Rouge while I was there, but just because people told me that it wasn't really worth it to go if you weren't gonna see the show, and I wasn't planning on seeing the show, but it's one of my favorite films, and so when I saw the souvenir bookmark, I was like, sure, I'll get one to commemorate, you know, my favorite movie. And that concludes the book part of this haul. How long has this been haul going? Are you guys still there? Final part of this haul would be the homeware haul. I went to Zara Home. We don't have Zara Home here in the Philippines, so I was like, I'm gonna go crazy and I will not hear a peep out of you people judging me. We moved into this house 5 years ago, and I've been using the same bed sheets ever since, so I finally got new bed sheets. They're pink. Yeek. Me sleep on pink bed sheets? Out of all the stuff in the store, they were the ones that called out to me. Maybe I am a girly girl deep down. I also got pillowcases. I got 2 of these. Look at that. It just blends right in. And then this one, you know, to be like a girlier, flowery pillowcase. When people ask me to describe my room, I like to call it patterns throwing up on top of other patterns. So more patterns to vomit on more patterns. I'm obsessed with collecting boxes, and I love going to antique stores, but ever since last year, my brother, who claims he has a third eye, accompanied me antique shopping. He was like, don't get that box. I sense a bad feeling. Somebody's trapped in it. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting boxes from antique stores anymore. So even though I went antique shopping in Paris, I stayed away from the boxes. But I did get a new box. I mean, hopefully it's not haunted, from Zara Home. Again, I like things that look like they're from another world or from another century. The last things I got at Zara Home were picture frames. I still believe in printing photos and not just having it up on social media. Like, I want actual tangible photos. My goal in life is to be one of those grandmas who, when their grandkids come over, they can't sit anywhere because every surface is covered with picture frames of their grandma's lives. Like, that's my life peg. I'm trying to make that goal come true as early as possible by loading up on photo frames. I'm just gonna do this in quick succession because I don't know how interested people really are in photo frames. I'm dang interested in them. 1 gold modern one with a stand. 1 navy and gold one. 1 gold that makes that kind of sound. They look like chicharon bulaklak. So my chicharon bulaklak photo frame. And then 1 last silver with, you know, a nice intricate frame. So I'm really excited to put photos in all of these and, you know, come back in 50 years to see if I have achieved my goal of being that kind of Lola. The last 2 things on my haul I'm really excited about. So I was like hell-bent on finding a flea market. Thank goodness I stumbled onto one in the village St. Paul. First, this cool little dish. There's a date that says 1895. I highly doubt it's actually from 1895, but you never know. But it's a nice like jewelry dish for like your car keys or your extra lip gloss, or I don't know. My favorite purchase of all for this entire trip, clumsy, disorganized person that I am, it's a friggin' miracle I was able to bring this home. And it is this mirror! But you can kind of see the camera. Hello, camera. Doesn't it look like it's like something from Beauty and the Beast? It's probably my favorite purchase. Like, I'm really glad I stumbled upon it. Like, I would probably give up everything else I bought if I could keep this mirror. What's it doing at a flea market? I don't know. It could be cursed. Am I gonna have a cursed mirror from now on? Who knows? And that about does it for my Paris haul. You can follow me on my other bookish adventures on Twitter and Instagram, both at Cuckoo for Books. And just for this video, I did post on my personal Instagram account, and I'm marking it up as my highlights. If you want to actually see my little adventures in Paris, you can follow my personal Instagram, which is at @salvevillarosa. I'm gonna spell it out down below in the description box. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys!